Hey everybody. Alright, I didn't do my hair. I'm not wearing makeup. I'm too lazy. It's Shark Week. I don't give a shit. But let's talk about the cycle of abuse today. With current events being what they are, it's brought back a lot of memories for me and probably with others as well. The cycle of abuse. There's childhood trauma abuse, relationship abuse, religious abuse, culty abuse, Scientology abuse. The cycle is always the same. Or very similar. You get love bombed. You get hurt. Whether it be by cheating, beating, lies, losing your money, however. Then you get gaslighted. Somehow it's your fault. And then you get love bombed again. The cycle continues. And unfortunately, I have learned over the years in my research I've done, and from personal experience, that people who are abused, especially people who are abused as children, either become the abuser or end up dating, marrying, whatever abusers. Because whenever you find someone who isn't abusive, who is actually a good person, it rings as it's too good to be true. And if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. It's how your mindset is. You're always in survival mode. You're always waiting for the other shoe to drop. And you end up that way during the whole relationship. And when it's an abusive relationship, you're scared to do or say anything to set that person off, because you're scared of what'll happen if you set that person off. You just end up going back to what you know. It's the only thing you know, especially if you're abused as a child. Unfortunately, in the current situation, that's what happened. And, I mean, vice versa. They were both abused, and they went to separate directions. I'm not saying the person who was unfaithful was a complete and total abuser, no. But being where he came from, he was taught bull baiting and all this other stuff. He's not fully deprogrammed. I don't think former Scientologists should date each other, period, because they have a lot to work on. They have not healed. They're not at a place where they can successfully be together. But that's neither here nor there. The only way I have known that cycle ends, at least from my experience, because I was abused as a child. I've got full video of my past and the update from my marriage, so anyone who has seen those two videos knows exactly what I'm talking about. But as a child, I was severely abused, and I ended up marrying and dating very abusive men. I learned that the only way to stop the cycle for me is to basically stop dating, stop looking, heal, and grow a backbone. Don't be afraid to tell someone, there's the fucking door, you can go. That's what I learned. It wasn't until I learned that, and when I met my fiance, I was not looking whatsoever. It was a happy accident. We literally became friends talking shit to each other, and things just kind of flourished from there. But just like I know If I step out of line, he's going to tell me about it. If he steps out of line, I'll tell him about his ass, and he knows that. And we have that mutual respect for each other, and we're not scared of each other. Because we have both grown that backbone that we can support each other and communicate with each other without being scared of the other one going off and snapping and all that. And if one of us fucks up, we're going to call the other person out on it. And we're probably going to give each other shit about it, but it's okay because it's still all in love. And we're trying to help each other grow as people. So I know if I say something that's a little out of line, he'll sit there and tell me, look, I know where you're coming from. I know why you said what you said or did what you did, but maybe this would have been better. Because the way you did it was kind of fucked up. And I'll do the same with him. But you got to grow that backbone. You're not going to succeed in any relationship until you do, because you're going to keep going back to that abuse. And you got to think, if someone was raised in that abusive situation their whole life, especially someone raised in Scientology, God bless them, that's going to take a long time to heal from. It's going to take a long time for someone who is highly empathetic to grow that backbone. Because all they have known is the bull baiting and the love bombing and then being attacked and then being love bombed, and the cycle is never ending. And if you grew up with that, that's hardwired into your brain because that's all you know. And it takes a lot of work or an extreme event for that mindset to leave you. Unfortunately, it took a little bit of both for me. It took a lot of work, and it took an extreme event for me to deal and learn to grow my backbone. It took a couple extreme events. It took my divorce. It took my parents being assaulted, and I'm not putting up with shit. My fiance knows I don't put up with shit. But it's the only way it can work. Is if you're willing to have healthy communication, call each other out when you need to, and work on your relationship together. And on the flip side, I'm only going to say this because it's bugging the hell out of me. I don't like getting wrapped up in the drama. But don't attack someone who had no control over the situation. Because they can't control what that other person does. They can tell them all day long tell that person all day long that they're a dumbass. They're still going to do what they're going to do. That's how it works. And for all you know, the person you're attacking had no clue what was going on. It's not fair to blame someone who was not in the relationship, was not even involved in why they broke up, and say that she could have stopped it. No, she couldn't have. There is nothing a friend or acquaintance can say or do that's going to change anything or any outcome. If someone is stuck in a mindset, especially as strongly as that mindset was, if someone's thinking with their appendages and not their brain, there ain't no stopping it. I'm sorry. I can tell Joe Schmo down the street 5 times a day, every day, you're a dumbass, stop cheating on her. He's still going to do it. Don't matter. He's thinking with his dick. That's what it is. And for all I know, I can have one good friend cheating on another good friend that I set up together. I might not know a damn thing that's going on because it's not my relationship that I'm in. Yes, I am friends with both of them. I'm not in the relationship. I ain't doing either of them. So what say do I have? And yes, I'm aware 2 videos ago I ranted about staying out of drama. And yes, I still stand by that. But I have a very close friend who's being attacked and has no reason to be... It hasn't done anything to be attacked. And it's not fair. It's not fair to her. It's not fair to her. It's not fair to the people that are actually involved. It's not fair to anybody. Whose business is it what 2 people do in their relationship? I'm going to say what Natalie said. It's not her relationship, not my relationship, not Natalie's relationship. If you're wanting to know what's going on and you're wondering about about the whys and the what happened and all that, talk to the 2 people that were involved in the relationship, not the friends of them. It's their relationship, nobody else's. I'm simply looking into it from a psychological perspective because I have been there. I have been through childhood abuse. I have been in the abusive relationships. I've learned from it. I am using my knowledge of what I've learned to help other people going forward. Not just the people in this current situation. No, it's not even that. Just in general. I'm looking at a general perspective. Yes, what I learned sparked this thought process, but that is not why. That is not what this is aimed towards. This is a general overview of just abuse and the cycle in general and how to heal to succeed in relationships. That's why I am not naming names. I will not name names because that is not my place. And I know of people who, if you name names, they don't like it because it's not your place. But stop attacking people who have nothing to do with the situation. It's not fair to them. They didn't do anything to cause this. And there's nothing they could have done to stop it. It's not fair to anyone. Especially when you're off making videos and blaming this third party who had nothing to do with anything, might not even know anything, and even if they knew something, they couldn't have stopped what happened. It's not their relationship that they're in. It's not their place. It wasn't their place. So why would they get involved? And it's not right. It really isn't. I have my theories of why people are doing it. and attacking people who have nothing to do with the current situation. I will not name names, but I know that naming names gets you views, and views get you money. And that's not what I'm about. And it's a shame when someone decides they want to value money over friendship and want to throw someone who has nothing to do with anything going on under the bus, and then sits there and asks for people watching them to give them the money. Unfortunately, that's probably also a result of Scientology, which is why we need to focus on taking them down and not the drama. And the video that was made saying what had happened wasn't necessarily made for anyone else. It was her reminding herself to stop the cycle. That's all it was. And that if she doesn't hold herself accountable, who will? And her way of holding herself accountable is putting up a video. So she tries to go back and continue the cycle. She has a bunch of viewers that'll call her out and say, remember this video over here? It's the same concept of telling a friend what's going on and saying, if I ever get back with this person, smack the hell out of me, because I shouldn't be with them. This is just a more public form of doing that. And unfortunately, it stirs up a lot of stuff that shouldn't be stirred up. But they're going to get better in time. And I'm going to help deal with the aftermath and the fallout of everyone else who is getting targeted. And I'm going to help them behind the scenes. But this is as much and as far as I'm going to speak of anything of that nature. And now I've got babies to keep from killing each other. I love y'all, and have a good day.